Hey guys, this is Ed with CMC Reptiles. I wanted to do a new video on another animal I picked up from Underground Reptiles maybe about almost 2 months ago. So I picked up a legless lizard. Another name is glass lizard. This is an animal, this is an eastern. So they basically come from the US, all parts of Florida, high humidity areas, moist ground, so they could burrow and tunnel, and that's how these guys get around most of the time. I have them in a pretty simple setup. Right now you can't see him. There's a little hole right there. You can see right there is where he comes out of, and he should be coming out pretty soon. I kind of spooked him when I lifted the lid of his enclosure up, spooked him a bit, so he went back down, but he should be coming up pretty soon. Maybe we could catch him eating a cricket. So you see, I just got him in a simple setup. Just some Eco Earth, a little bit of Repti bark on top, water bowl, a couple of plants, just some foliage for him to kind of camouflage in. He's got a basking lamp right here. Below the basking area is just about 115 degrees. And then it stays about 94 degrees on this side of the cage, and on that side of the cage about 82 to 84 degrees. Basically I spray it down once a day, keep it really moist. You can see the dirt's really fine right here. As you can see, this way this animal can tunnel around all over his enclosure, and that's what he's been doing. He even likes to tunnel under different objects like the water bowl. He'll tunnel under that to stay hidden, and he tunnels under this log right here. As you can see, this hole, he made his little tunnel right there. When I throw crickets in, and those crickets, it's funny, they go right for that dark hole and then they get smacked pretty fast. So we'll hopefully catch him eating. I just wanted to show you this really simple setup, nothing too fancy. 75-gallon tank, about 3 inches of Eco Earth with some Repti bark just mixed up on the surface, and it is about 3 inches deep. This way this guy has plenty of room to tunnel around, get around the enclosure. Again, you want to keep it damp. You can see he's starting to poke his head out again, so he's going to come back out. He's kind of basically also enjoying that warmth, because that's where his basking lamp is, right above that log. The other thing he likes feeding on too is earthworms, night crawlers. I threw one canister of red worms in there and some night crawlers. This way he can kind of feed anytime he wants. And then I'll toss some crickets in there. He sees a cricket right now, it looks like, so I think he's gonna go for it. I see a cricket moving around right there. He could see it. Let's see if we could get him eating it. And there he goes. Got him. So that's pretty cool that I got that, but he's wiping those out one at a time. And these guys eat quite a bit. But a lot of times what he'll do is just take that right back in that hole with him. And this will be a cool animal to bring, especially to schools, and kind of great for educational programs, because it's something different to see a legless lizard. I mean, this animal has ears, it blinks. It's a lizard. It just has no legs. Really neat pattern on these guys. The camouflage is unreal. But the fact that they tunnel, and you can see right there, he's going to just take it right in that hole with him. Sorry guys, I can't get a better view of him swallowing that cricket, but he's just kind of right in the way of that artificial leaf. Here comes another cricket in view, as you can see. And you can dust these crickets with calcium also, just like any insects for your reptiles. This guy will get to be about maybe 3 feet max. He's probably about 1.5 foot right now, so he's pretty much a sub-adult. He's not full grown yet. A pretty amazing animal. Something you don't see every day, at least where I'm from. Living here in California, we do not have these guys. And just to see a lizard with no legs is pretty amazing. The fact that it blinks, it has ears, has the different scale pattern, just like a lizard. Also, they can drop their tails just like a lizard. And I've handled this animal many times. He's really, really docile. He's not flighty at all. He just stays pretty calm in your hand. He is tough to get out of the dirt though. When I try to get him, I gotta chase him. He just keeps burrowing and tunneling away from me. And when you do grab these, you have to be really gentle and grab them from the front, not the back, because again, they will drop that tail. And you don't want to lose the tail, because that's the beauty of these animals, is just their color, their pattern. Really neat pet to have, to watch, to see this guy in its natural habitat like this. Well, it's not natural, but I made it as natural as I could. And again, just a simple setup. And this is just a 75-gallon tank. I made his substrate about 3 inches deep. And just something where he can, when he does come up to the surface, it's not wide open. He has some coverage there to keep him camouflaged, to keep him hidden. This way he can get used to his enclosure. You see, he just sits right there at that edge because he knows the crickets are going to come to him. That's his spot, his little tunnel. Pretty neat. Keep you updated on this guy, and I will talk to you guys later.